Good morning. Welcome to Just for Today, our morning eclectic reading, conversation, meditation, and prayer time. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is January 17th. And this morning's reading is coming from this little book called Just for Today. It is a daily meditation, contemplation, reading book published by the Narcotics Anonymous World Service Organization. So today's topic in Just for Today is forgiveness. And it begins with a quote from the Narcotics Anonymous basic text, page 38, that says, "As we realize our need to be forgiven, we tend to be more forgiving. At least we know that we're no longer intentionally making life miserable for people." And so here's the reading. In our addiction, we often treated others badly, sometimes deliberately finding ways to make their lives miserable. In our recovery, we may still have a tendency to pass judgment on others' actions because we think we know how that person should behave. But as we progress in our recovery, we often find that to accept ourselves, we must accept those around us. It may be difficult to watch someone's insanity manifest itself, but if we detach ourselves from the problem, we can start living in the solution. And if we feel affected by another's actions, we can extend the principle of forgiveness. And the affirmation for today is just for today, I will strive to forgive rather than be forgiven. I will try to act in such a way that I feel worthy of self love. There's a lot going on in that little brief reading. Um, if it's interesting to me that we can replace the word addiction with just life and it still works, right? That in our life, we often treated others badly, sometimes deliberately finding ways to make their lives miserable. In our recovery, recovering our authentic self, we may still have a tendency to pass judgment on others' actions because we think we know how that person should behave. As we progress in our recovery, we often find that to accept ourselves, we must accept those around us. In the metaphysical understanding of one wholeness, in order to fully accept myself, I have to accept all parts of me, which are played out in other people, places, and things. Animals, vegetables, minerals, we're all part of one body. If we really get that, um, then judgment of someone else is actually a judgment of ourselves. And so, this whole idea of self love and forgiveness being coming full circle really is grounded in the metaphysical understanding of oneness. Forgiveness, in my experience, is a very human thing. And it's that bridge for me that has allowed me to get to the spiritual essence of life. Because it's easy to get stuck in the humanness of it all, in the rightness and wrongness of it all. And that's that reward punishment paradigm that every human being is indoctrinated into. And, forgiveness is kind of that bridge that lets us move beyond that to actually connect with the essence of one another. Your thoughts on forgiveness, how it works for you? Does it work for you? Do you find that you become more forgiving as you seek forgiveness? What do you think? I'm very much aware in the Lord's Prayer where it says, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who've trespassed against us." Even in that prayer, it receiving forgiveness is predicated on giving forgiveness. It's an interesting thing. So I see we have a couple of folks, one on YouTube, one on Facebook. The topic is forgiveness. Do you have any thoughts that you want to share on forgiveness before we go into our time of meditation? No pressure whatsoever. Some people just want to be in stealth mode. I get that. All right. So we're going to go into our time of meditation. That'll be a 5-minute meditation, and I'll bring us out of that with the spiritual mind treatment, also known as an affirmative prayer. And, if you have anything you want me to add to the prayer, just let me know in the chat, and I will be happy to do that.